1400 of the Crown Perth Handicap. They're set to go. Rider of Go Bella with a white cap. Away and they're racing. The two that missed the start, Red Dwarf and Miss Miranda. First to jump away on the inside, the well-fancied Multinational. Castillo Delago left well. Flicker's Chance and Seminole Brave rushing up there. My Fury will settle down running about fifth on the inside of Mr. Mount Walker. And Go Bella shooting around the outside from Conquered Zone. Picking up ground, Red Dwarf quickly after that slow start. Then Speedbird, Miss Miranda back there with Benji's Wine Night. Well back and wide. From at the head of the others then as they work down the side, Rocky Path, Power of St George dropping out quickly back there with Main Engine. Castillo Delago led them, however, at the 750. Castillo Delago by a length over Seminole Brave and getting a sweet trip. Multinational back on the inside third, a length and a half away. Flicker's Chance, My Fury followed then by Go Bella with that white cap around the outside in front of Mr. Mount Walker back near the middle. Benji's coming around with Wine Night very wide, going up there to join Conquered Zone, followed further back Rocky Path, Main Engine, Red Dwarf well back, likewise Miss Miranda into the straight now. Castillo Delago about to be gathered up by Multinational at the 250, and Multinational stuck its nose in front. Here comes Benji's down the outskirts of the track with a big finishing run. Multinational drifting out to the middle. Benji's trying to cut it down. He's desperate here on Multinational. Multinational finding it, and Multinational held Benji's. Multinational 3/4 Benji's, not much in it between Mr. Mount Walker, Castillo Delago for third ahead of Red Dwarf. Been a tidy run. Rocky Path on their heels. My Fury followed by Flicker's Chance, Go Bella, Wine Night, Main Engine. Further back is Miss Miranda, Conquered Zone. And the last trio home, they included Speedbird, Power of St George. Back there with those, Seminole Brave. Multinational, Brad Parnham in the saddle for the Nev Parnham yard. Coming up with a double today. Flying Missile scoring a little earlier. Multinational, the one here that punters identified, 420 into 350. Always expected to get the right run, this Zoo Star 3-year-old, and has certainly delivered. Although the run came from Benji's back in the field, peaked in the last little bit. Mr. Mount Walker, Castillo Delago dispute third. It's 4:17, 11:8. 4:17, 11 and 8 are the numbers. Multinational, Brad Parnham first, 17, Benji, Stephen Parnham second, and 11, Mr. Mount Walker, Sean McGruddy third in front of Castillo Delago. So Multinational with 3 wins from 9 outings. A Zoo Star French Pen 3-year-old owned by Nev, Carolyn Parnham. They're having a good day, along with Bob Pearson, Santo Walliardo and Bill Biggs, trained by ND Parnham. Brad Parnham, the winning rider, and really had to lift Multinational to the line to stave off Benji's by Toorak Toff out of La Fantastique, owned and trained by Cliffy Green. Stephen Parnham in the saddle, unable to haul in the younger bro, and 11, Mr. Mount Walker as a gingerbread man. Find the time gelding, Steve Wolfe and Sean McGruddy. So 3/4, 2 1/4, 126.77 here and 36.81. That last 600 after the running of the Crown Perth Handicap. Punters identified the winner there, and certainly enjoying the right run throughout. We go to the feature race on the card. We get to race 10, the Bolton Sprint, listed level, 1,200 metres at 18 after 4, and it's 12 Taxigano that does come out there. Number 12 Taxigano out of the next on Vet's advice. So the Neville Parnham stable enjoying another successful afternoon here at Belmont Park. Brittany, as we take it down there with you, Brad Parnham earning his fee there. He gave it a sweet ride, but he had to really lift it home.
Yeah, didn't he? Brad Parnham at his very best there on Multinational. Really requiring all of Brad's urgings, Neville, to get him home, but he does so.
He certainly did, and yeah, the horse has done a pretty good job. He's right back in his best form, and Brad rode him a beautiful race. He had the lead early, but he elected to sort of take that trail, and he just took out any sort of question mark that he might be getting held up behind probably a horse first up, and a horse that sort of probably needs more ground. He just come to the outside and put it to bed.
Tell us about the progression of this horse, who's a son of Zoo Star, who I know from very early days you had a lot of time for.
Certainly did. Yeah, I thought he's probably was going to get to a good level, and he may still very well do that. But his last campaign, I think he had maybe 1 or 2 runs. He just didn't come up that well, and we found out that he had just a little bug that was sort of annoying him. But so I decided to put him out, and he's come back at this Belmont season, and he hasn't turned a hair. He's just been going super in all of his runs.
What does he need to do to reach that next level?
He probably needs to elevate a little bit, but you know, he's a progressive horse. He's not that heavily raced, so you know, I still think there's a bit of improvement in him.
He's done everything right this campaign. Well done on the win.
Thank you.
There is Neville Parnham. Over to Brad Parnham.
Well, Brad Parnham, barrier number 1. He's just fixing his hair, Brittany, because he's got a big fan club that were out here last Wednesday. There's a picture of him waving to the crowd. Bradley, barrier number 1, and a leader in Castillo del Lago that was probably going to take you a fair way.
Yeah, that's right. The pace was pretty genuine, and yeah, Castillo del Lago sort of gave me a horse to chase for a while. And once I hit the front, he seems to wander a little bit. So it does take some hard riding that last bit, but he really does respond to the hard riding, so it was a good effort.
A little bit. Weren't you giving high fives to people in the crowd?
Yeah, he wandered out a bit there, but no, he was good.
What about Western Temple and Macanto? Can you finish the program with another winner?
I hope so. I don't really know a lot about Western Temple, but Peter Fernie seems pretty happy with the way it's going, so hopefully he can run a good race. And Macanto, he's still performing pretty well. He's been working well, so if I get a sweet run, I'd expect him to figure in the finish somewhere.
Congratulations, well done.
Thank you.
There is Brad Parnham, rides multinational to victory for his father Neville and defeats the fast-finishing Benjis. And Mr. Mount Walker, will say thank you to Mr. Wolf because he said each way all day and $3.20 a place for Mr. Mount Walker. 4:17, 11 and 8. Up next is our feature of the day. It is the HG Bolton Sprint listed level here at Belmont.